I have been speaking for nearly 15 years about the concept of how can you assemble a professional network that's going to lead to real opportunities. Let's face it, all opportunities in life come from people. So we need to be engaged with other people in our company, in our industry, with our clients, with our prospects, and really everywhere we go. But the problem is a lot of people misunderstand what it is to build a network. They think networking is going to some chamber of commerce event or other cocktail party and shoving business cards at people and creating some sort of a numbers game. Or it's going onto social media platforms like LinkedIn and sending connection requests to every single person who breathes air. The problem with online networking is a like, a link, a share, and a follow. It really doesn't mean anything. And it's really become quite common. 2 years ago, kind of before the pandemic set in, I met with somebody who was trying to get me to hire his company to do marketing for my speaking business. He wanted to be the person who sort of did the marketing and the outreach for me to get opportunities to go speak at association and company conferences. And while we were meeting, he told me in the last 3 months, I have added 5,000 people to my LinkedIn. Well, who cares? If those people don't know who you are, they're not paying attention to your posts, they're not engaging with you, it really means nothing to have likes, links, shares, and follows. But here's the thing. Social media is wonderful at helping you cultivate relationships, and sometimes you're able to build relationships by using these tools. But we shouldn't get so caught up in the numbers of how many people we're connected to, because that's not how networking works. Nobody wakes up in the middle of the night and says, who is a stranger who I've never met who sent me a random LinkedIn request 4 years ago? I should send them an opportunity. It's just not the way it happens. What really happens is when people build uncommon connections, and that's a term I use because all of these social media tools, these digital connections have become commonplace. So many people, like the person I was citing a minute ago, say, oh, I have tens of thousands of people I'm connected to. But it really doesn't matter if all they're doing is just posting in their stream and spamming people in direct messages. Think about it from your own life. Do you love getting a sales pitch direct message from some stranger who you accepted a LinkedIn request from years ago? I don't think you like it. I don't like it. My theory is nobody likes it. But LinkedIn and other online tools are great tools to help you cultivate your network. So there's a fine line here. So I talk about creating these uncommon connections. These are the connections you have with people who know who you are and you know who they are. They know what you're trying to accomplish in the world and you understand the purpose of what they do in their personal life and in their business world. And when the opportunity comes up, you actively and enthusiastically refer other people to opportunities. You're there in good times and in bad, and nobody is keeping score as to who's helping the other person more. That's an uncommon connection, but you can't have that type of connection with everybody. My observation is you can have that level of a relationship with somewhere around 10 to 15 people. You can have about 12 uncommon connections that really make a difference in your career and you make a difference to them. Now, you can have a lot more contacts who you know and you like and you trust, but you need to focus in on that dozen people who are going to help you really find success. So when I meet with people, I ask them how many people meet these criteria. And some people are like, wow, I don't know that I have anyone who's an uncommon connection, or they have 1 or 2 people. And so this is what we need to do. If you want to assemble a network of people who are going to help you grow your business, you need to commit to building the relationships. You need to put time into this. Likes, links, shares, and follows, and clicks, and all that stuff isn't putting time in. If you're looking for shortcuts, you're not going to get there. Recently, just using LinkedIn as an example, I met someone who was a LinkedIn consultant who blew my mind on how he taught the best ways to use the tool when it comes to making a post on the platform. So often people are looking for shortcuts. They use some auto posting bot that goes out and does it. They use auto posting software that's going to go send spammy messages that try to pretend they're personal, pulling your first name from the database and dumping it in as if it's a personally crafted email just to you. But we all see through those things. Shortcuts and spam are not the way to build relationships. You know how humans build relationships? Through shared experiences. That's why even in this digital world, and I'm pro digital, I use all of the tools. Even in the digital world, you need to get face to face with people, or through Zoom, looking into the camera and having a conversation with people is good also. Not as good, but it's good. And you need to have one-on-one conversations with those people you're trying to cultivate those uncommon connection relationships with. Now, building a network that's going to help you succeed, it's not easy and it's complicated. And at the same time, it is super simple. The thing you have to remember is people don't care about you, not when they first meet you. People care about themselves. So the more interested in them that you get, the more you go out of your way to help them find the success that they seek, the more you're going to end up on their radar. And as I said earlier, you can't keep score, because if you help someone 3 times and they don't turn around and immediately give you a piece of business and you get like, well, I'm never going to help them again, you just may not have played it out long enough. Just because you're able to connect somebody to an opportunity doesn't mean they have the same level of opportunities coming towards you. So help people when you can, and take the joy in the fact that you're there serving other people. And I promise you, over time, opportunities are going to come your way. I want to help you build uncommon connections. I want everyone in your company to understand what it takes in this complicated digital world that we live in to be able to go out and harness the power of people. Please subscribe to this channel. Have me come and talk to your team, or just reach out to me at tom@thomsinger.com and set up an appointment, and let's just have a conversation. Because I think that when you start making your networking and the network that you're connected to a priority, you're going to have more success. Remember this: if you make networking a second-tier priority, you're always going to have second-tier results. And if your competitor does a better job of playing the human side of business, are you willing to cede all of the power that comes from your personal brand, your network, and having those connections? Are you willing to just give that power, that secret weapon, to your competitor? Or are you competitive and you want to win? Therefore, you're going to go out there, invest in people, build your brand, really find a way to be an excited member of your community. That's what I think you have to do. I'd love to talk to you. Reach out, and I hope our paths cross at some time.